Hello. Hi, it's Abby. Top Knot Stitcher. You get it. We are packing a few orders and then we're going to do some 324 prep. So here we go. Why don't you hang out with me while I do that? Oh, we have to cut fabric. We're not going to pack that order right this minute because I will cut it wrong. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Just hanging out in the studio, doing some work. I thought you might want to hang with me. Jam's also here. He's on a kind of hunger strike right now because, Jam, I bought him a new food and he doesn't like it. The people want to say hi. They want to see you. Well, not if you bite me. Oh my goodness. He's a very cranky boy. Hi, Annette. Oh my goodness, Jam. So he's been protesting by not really eating his food. But my theory is, if he's hungry enough, he'll eat it, right? Because sometimes he eats it. We're just going to walk him out for a little while. Okay. Are we back? Sorry, I was brightening my screen so I could see you all. Okay. I don't know why I'm out of breath. Oh, I should have grabbed my water while I was out and about. What did I do with my water? It might be in my car. I'm hanging out in the studio. Mr. Topknot is off at a work meeting, and so I am packing up a few orders, and then I'm gonna pull threads for 324 because I am starting this with a few other people on March 24th because it's 324. Get it? It's so beautiful. I'm so excited. I started working on pulling the floss last night and it is a chore, which I was warned about by Arlene, the designer, that it's a lot of work because you're constantly switching colors because it uses 324 different colors. So it is a lot of work to prep it and stitch it. But I'm so excited. Arlene, we're talking about you. Hi, Arlene. I am stitching mine. Great question. Let me turn on my other light. That didn't do anything. I could just not backlight myself. I'm stitching mine on Stone from Fiber on the Whim, which is a really light gray. Ta-da! It's like very subtle. It doesn't really have a lot of modeling. I'm so glad you caught me live too, Arlene. I was just working and I'm home alone and I was like, I don't have to be alone. So yeah, it's just like a really, really soft gray. So I think this is going to look great and all the colors should pop on this with the exception of like a couple of the lighter blues might not look so spectacular, but I'm pretty sure they're all going to look really good. Arlene stitched hers just on a white fabric. Yeah, I think this would look so good. Basically on any gray I'm on board with. But I'm excited to see what other colors people choose and how it works out. Arlene, did you do mock-ups of... Oh no, my voice isn't in sync. I'm afraid my AirPods might be like dying and that might be part of why. Did that do anything to help? I don't know. How about now? Okay, that's definitely because I don't think I tapped it, but I hit the mute button somehow. Can you hear me again? Why is technology so hard? Okay, what a relief. All good. Okay, now I feel like I have to say something really impressive. I don't know what that would be. We were talking about 324, we're talking about fabric colors. It is tricky because, like, there are so many colors. But here's the thing. If there was ever a time to stitch on just white fabric, this is the piece, because it's not about the fabric. Oh, let me show you. I haven't, Arlene, I keep meaning to text you this, and I keep telling myself not to pause what I'm doing to, like, interrupt myself to do it. But over the weekend, my husband and I went to pick up a wine fridge that he found on Facebook Marketplace. And it was like an hour away, which was a huge bummer. But it was a really good fridge for like $40. And so we're like, let's go on an adventure on this unfortunately beautiful sunny Saturday. And we're just going to be in the car for a while, but whatever. And we get there and we're like loading up the fridge. And this guy's wife just keeps asking me if I want different things. And she's like, have you seen our free table? Like, have you seen what else we had listed on Facebook Marketplace? And I was like, I asked 0 questions. I didn't look at the listing for this fridge on, like, I don't know what we're doing. So she kept trying to give me different furniture and stuff. And I drive a Honda Fit, so not a ton of space in the back. Plenty. It's a great car, but the wine fridge was going to take up a lot of room. So I kept being like, no, and we're not making this trip again, blah, blah, blah. And then we're out in the garage and she's showing me all the free stuff, and it's a lot of junk. And we just moved and I just got rid of a lot of junk. So, like, trying to not bring new junk into our lives. But she had some framed stuff, and I said, I wonder if there's any good frames. What a treat it would be if there was something really cool and square that could work for 324. And I manifested this. Look at it. It's perfect. It's like the open space, whatever that's called. I don't know. The size, I don't know, is like 13 by 13. And I'm stitching my 324 reference. If you've just joined, we're starting this on Sunday. I'm stitching it on 36 count, and on 36 count, it will be 11 by 11. So it will fit perfectly. I mean, I took this without calculating it. I just saw it and said that could work and got excited. And then I got home and I got really excited. And it came with this little fun art print that I could totally just hang this up in the meantime. But it's beautiful. So now here's a dilemma, though, is part of, I'm so excited. Part of my vision for 324 is that I stitch at least 1 square a day. I'm really trying to get myself back into the habit of daily stitching. I think this is the perfect invitation. I also think I'm about to get obsessed with it and just want to stitch it constantly. It having 324 colors, I think, might mitigate that over time, because it will sometimes feel not so fun to stitch a bunch of little squares. I might just want to stitch the one and then move on. But also I want to finish it and have it up on my walls. And we just moved, and we're still very much in like an interim space in this house. Oh, I took this out because I'm packing an order with it. We are still very much like, you know, I mean, this is going to be a lifelong process, right, to settle into the house, but like we have temporary furniture in our living room, so we're not hanging anything up because we don't know yet where stuff's going to be, and we just paid a lot of money to retexture and repaint these walls. I don't want to put holes in them without cause, and obviously there's other ways of hanging things up, but I still am just a chicken. So our walls are bare and they're white and it's boring, and I need to get things on the walls. And I am especially excited for the day when I get to put 324 on my walls. I want it to be in the studio, like by my desk where I will look at it all the time, but also it's glorious and I want everyone to see it. So we'll see what happens. Why am I not capable of talking without taking a breath as I talk? I don't know. Arlene, you were asking, I wasn't asking about the 324 mock-up for the 36 colors, although we should talk about that. I was asking, did you make any, oops, my phone was telling me to close Instagram because I have been on it for over 20 minutes. I was asking if you looked at the mock-up of all 324 with other ground cloth colors. Like, did you look into what other options would you suggest? Would you suggest anything? You're the expert. Sue Ann, you're getting some good charts because she ordered 324 and funky chickens. And that is a lot of happy color happening all in one package. I'm sorry if this is like loud and rustly, but we gotta pack orders. Why am I so out of breath? Abigail. Oh, I already established my water is not in here. Wow. Can you tell my meds have worn off? Okay. Always white. That makes sense. I think that if I didn't have this light gray fabric in my stash already, I probably would have stitched it on white. That being said, I don't think I have a big enough white piece of fabric in my stash anyway. I might. I don't know. I don't know the last time I stitched anything on white, actually. Black. Yeah, black I think would also look excellent. I do think, like, I would be nervous. Oh, I packed the only chart I have left. I sold out. I keep selling out of 324, which makes sense because it's glorious. I guess I have my own copy. Okay. Like, it does use some dark colors, and those, woo, some of those would get kind of lost on the black. It'd still be beautiful. I think a dark gray would be really cool as well. Show all 395 in one chart and program. Less than 200. What do you mean less than 200? I don't understand. Oh, are you saying that, wait. Did I miss comments? I don't know what's going on. Oh, is this my copy? Oh, that's just my color key. Okay. Arlene did make a version that is only 36 colors, which is still a lot, but only 36 colors. So each color is used for 9 squares, and it is still absolutely beautiful. I was thinking earlier today, I was packing up a couple overdyed threads that were really vibrant colors. And I was thinking how cool this would look if you could find 36 of the right colors to make it work, you know? I'm stitching mine on 36 count, and I think and hope that I'm going to use 2 strands. I really like using 2 strands on 36 count usually because then your stitches are like really full. And I think that would look really nice for this design, like the squares that have more like intricate motifs. I think it will help them really, really pop. I don't know if that makes any sense. Got it. Okay. But some fabrics, it's not as comfortable to stitch with 2 strands. So Fiber on a Whim, I've stitched 2 strands on 36 count. Oh, this one's 32. Oh, I think because this is my bucket of stuff to show in a Flosstube video if I get around to it this weekend. So my goal is to stitch it with 2 strands because then I can do a loop start. And I love a loop start, especially if you're going to change colors a lot. If I start stitching and I don't like it, then I will switch to 1 strand and it will be okay. I can handle that. Arlene, what count? Arlene stitched the model with 1 strand over 2 on 36 count. So there you go. Really? That's so impressive that you made this amazing design, having to like hack the mock-up. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm so excited. I'm really happy. I'm going to stitch mine vaguely on the diagonal as we go down. I say vaguely because I'm missing colors from my working stash, and we're just going to see what happens when we actually start stitching. But I'm really excited that the oranges are going to be at the end because it's my favorite color. Arlene says 1 strand is easier for all the color changes. I can see that too. But that's why I'm happy to be using 36 count, because then I've got options. Of course, I might not really be able to decide until I've stitched one of the little squares and then one of the like design squares. Motifs. I don't know what to call them. Okay, let's finish packing these orders and then we'll talk more about 324 because I'm going to pull out my floss. Hate railroading. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I've stitched recently because I haven't been stitching that much. So this will also just be a very good exercise in, I don't know, stitchy preference development, perhaps. Because the last big thing that I stitched was my Christmas stocking. And I stitched that with 1 strand using Sulky. And I need to make sure I pull the right chart. That's just, there's no comparison to stitching with DMC because it's all, you know, twisty and weird and stuff, but also not twisty somehow. I feel like I have been stitching a lot of stuff with 1 strand lately though, so this will be interesting to see if I dislike 2 strand. I don't necessarily railroad my stitches. I kind of find myself doing it like half the time, like when if a stitch starts looking sloppy, then I do it, but I don't do it for most. It's dangerous to pack orders while talking. Caroline ordered some funky chickens and some morning positive affirmation coffee stitching. I love that one. Okay, Caroline. I guess maybe on 32 count, would it still fit in my frame? No, it would be right up to the edges, I think. Because I think it'd be over 12. It'd be between 12 and 13. Yeah. Okay. Cynthia got just chickens. Oh, and she ordered many things, so we're gonna do hers later. We're gonna go talk floss. Okay. So I was very curious last night to just see how this would go, to be kitting up my, still unpacking stuff. Things are precarious. Oh, you did put all the sizes on the back. Okay, good. I was really curious to see just like the state of my floss organization because I know myself and I know that I get kind of reckless at times. And I also have no idea how much DMC I have in my like working set. I do have the DMC chest for the full set. And I try to keep it as complete as possible because technically I bought it to use for like designing and wanting to be able to like have all the colors. And then I told myself using for like photos, but I don't do that. This is my copy. But I try to keep it like as intact as possible. But I have no idea like how much DMC I actually own. And I have various project bags that have DMC bobbins in them. And for a long time, we're going to relocate. So bear with me. We're going to go sit on the floor. Where's a good spot? Can I put you here? Ooh, studio. I'm not sitting down yet, so let's close these. Keep some secrets back here. I just had no idea really how many DMC colors I owned. And I used to have a set of the little stickers that go on the DMC bobbins, and that was loosely my method for telling whether or not I had a color and if it existed somewhere else. And that was great. But at some point I lost those stickers. Where is... I need a pen. I would like a blue pen, I believe. Yeah. I guess purple is okay. Anyway, at some point, I lost those stickers, and then it just became a free-for-all. And I have no idea what colors I own and what colors I don't. But also, technically, I own all of them. And then, how rambly and interesting is this? Very and not at all. Oh! Okay. But then DMC had a sale on the mini chest. Look how cute it is. And I had originally intended on using the DMC chest as like a photo backdrop for stuff, but I don't stage any of my own pictures like ever. So that never really happened. And in my former studio, I didn't really have a good spot to even really enjoy the DMC chest. And so I bought this as a little treat to myself with intentions of, I'm not really sure. But they used to have these little mini chests, and they had like 4 or 5 different like color palettes. So this came with like 100 and something skeins. And I think I ended up getting the like winter something palette. And it was fun. It came with a bunch of Etoile, which I already had a set, but whatever. And some of, I don't know, the various Eves. Are these just their metallics? I have no idea. I'm a great shop owner. I'm full of answers. But it has some of the variegated and just like threads that I don't, the colorist ones, just ones I don't really have. But I have no idea the thread list for this because I thought surely they have a list in here. No, they don't. So we're going through all the DMC and we're checking our various resources to see. I know you're too high up and too far away. Checking all of our various resources to find all the colors that we need. Let's move you. Ah! I was trying to keep that from happening. Okay, that's better. Now you're on top of the little mini chest. But we also need to plug you back in. Okay. Quick continued DMC tour. I hope this isn't too crinkly loud. I think I already said that, but I wish it again for us all. I bought a set of 4 of these acrylic drawers from Michael's online, I think. And I have one set holds my entire Cosmo set. And then 2 of them are back here with various top knot inventory things. And then this is my working DMC set. And so what I've been able to mostly make work for myself is I have my DMC split up across, like my bobbinated DMC across 3 boxes. And then in the drawer, I have extra skeins that kind of go with those numbers. Or they're like not bobbinated yet. Maybe at some point in the process of finishing my unpacking in this studio, I will find those DMC stickers. Yeah, that's really smart, Arlene. I did earlier today when I asked, I was helping my friend Birdie get her 324 situated, and she was waiting on her chart, and so she asked me if I had a list of the DMC, and I said, technically yes, but also this is not a list. The color card that comes with the chart is a whole grid. Is there a list in number order? Because that would also make part of this process easier. So I asked Arlene, and she had a great suggestion to go to 123 Stitch, who has all the colors listed on the product listing, and copying them and then sorting them. Boom, I made a list. And then I started updating that list. I did this for one number, and then I got distracted and maybe never will again, but made a note of, did I pull it from my inventory or my DMC chest? And do I need to buy one to replace in the DMC chest? Why am I telling you this? Oh, but it did then make me think, Arlene, I should make myself an updated DMC inventory, because there are colors I somehow have 5 of that are colors I would never use. I also do carry some DMC in my shop. I have 2 of those. So I have some of the more commonly used colors, and like 1 through 35, and just kind of a random assortment. So I don't carry all of them. It is basically like filling orders of DMC where I'm making very little on each skein of floss. It's not a good money idea, endeavor, whatever. But it's really fun to have, and it's really helpful to have when I'm in need of a color. Okay. Here's how I started organizing my 324 floss. And I got this idea, I can't remember who, but someone commented on my Instagram post about this project and said she was putting hers into 18 Ziploc baggies, 1 for each row on the design. So you get this lovely little 18 by 18 grid with each of the numbers, which is your color key for stitching. And I said, that's perfect. At first I was like, oh, I don't think I need that. I don't know what I was thinking, because it's a lot of floss. And I was also thinking, like, I'm not necessarily kitting up this entire project, especially if I'm only stitching 1 square a day, and I'm going to be working on this for the better part of a year. I don't need over half of my floss collection sitting in 1 project bag. So, like, don't need to do that. But also I then thought, you could make yourself a little thread card, because you don't need that much of each color. So that's phase 2. Phase 1, I got a bunch of baggies, and I labeled I've labeled like 1 through 8, and then a couple other numbers so far based on just how I've been finding threads. Where's number 1? There it is. With another mysterious sticker on this bag. So row 1, this is some of the floss that's used. And so I've been going through, and I don't know if you can see, I've put a little dot in the corners if I have the floss and it's in its baggie. And that's how I know. It's like checking it off, but I didn't want to take up the whole square. And so in the process of how to go about like finding what colors I need, because they're like in the order, like they follow the order of the DMC color card, but that's not numerical. But then there's little pockets that are. So I did find myself gradually going in more of a diagonal pattern to search for the numbers and pull out the ones that I have. And then if I didn't have them in my little bobbinated box, I started writing them down so that I can then all at once go through the extra or unbobbinated skeins and pull out who I need to use. And then whatever's left from that, I can, first of all, I could check my shop, but then I can check my design set. Actually, no. Then we check the mini chest. And then we can go check the design set. So like, I have all the colors. It's just a matter of how diligent do I want to be in maintaining a full set. And does that really matter? No. I'm not designing. I haven't released a pattern, rather. I had a couple in just cross stitch last year, which were designed the year before, so they don't count anyway. But last year I had my tea time pattern, and that's the only thing I finished. So it's not like I actually need these. But there's just that completionist collection part that makes me want to keep a full set. Thank you, Vanessa. I appreciate that. My sister, Vanessa, Wastelessness, she's amazing. She does not refer to her cross stitch as a stash. It is her collection. And I love that. And I did forget it this year and I referred to it as stash. Okay. Is that enough rambling about this? Oh, it's just so fun. You can tell I have mostly just been in that top corner because they're all like the reds and purples and pinks. And we're getting into a little like purple and blue. And then just, oh, a hint of green because I got all the way to the end of row 1. Oh, I am out of breath. Okay. Oh, but yeah, then I was like, I should really put this into a spreadsheet instead of just jotting them on Post-its that I will lose, because then I can sort it and that will make my life so much easier. And I tried to not get too caught up in, like, if I found a color, trying to find where else on the chart it would be. Who was it? Erin Two Martini Stitcher. She sent me a picture of her kitty nut process, and hers are on floss drops, and she has like the, I don't think it was the first row. They were all reds and pinks. So just that top corner, and she had them all ready and they were glorious. So while it is cool to see them in their little baggies, I'll try to like stage a better picture of this. It's nothing compared to her picture. Ah! I'm so excited. Okay. Let's keep looking for floss, shall we? Yeah, I have no idea. I could find out with some effort, but I have no idea like how many colors I actually have in my working set. And I'm very curious to know. The other thing is there are some colors that I do have multiple bobbins of, and obviously multiple skeins. Did I miss any other? I don't know. Okay. It's kind of hard to talk while thinking about numbers. But basically I just saw, oh, 817, that's probably in here. Oh, but the 3, oh, that's so smart to put it into Excel. Make the computers work for us. That's what they're for. That would be great, but we're already sitting here. So maybe I'll do that for the rest. What did I just see? 892. Do we use 892? See, like it's very hard to just scan. But what I'm doing is seeing the colors that I think. And then, oh, yes, Taylor, let me tell you. I'm really scattered. I'm really tired. Oh, but like seeing a color and thinking that's probably in this area and then trying to find it. So yes, I got this idea from someone else on Instagram. I need to find out who, because I'm going to tell everyone this idea and I would like them to have credit. But the color key by Arlene, I'll save it for you. I'll keep it for forever for posterity because everyone needs this content. But I'll save it for you, don't worry. So the color key comes as an 18 by 18 grid. So I numbered the rows 18, 1 to 18, obviously. And then I have started a little baggie collection and numbered each baggie. And yes, this is for 324, which is this design if you've just joined and have not yet seen. This is my top selling chart from Nashville Market. And it's currently top selling by like a lot. I had 3 charts that were kind of neck and neck for a while. It was this and then Primrose Cottage Spring Quaker. Let's do a little show and tell because they're right here. And I want to brag about my friend Arlene some more. Spring Quaker. Woo. Okay. Spring Quaker, Primrose Cottage. Adorable, right? I'm very excited to see what other colors people stitch this in. Though the purple is very pretty. And then Frosty Tiny Town was my other top seller. So these were all kind of like neck and neck for a while. And I was really curious. And I guess depending on like what your metric is of top selling, like I think the top selling chart at the start of market was one of these. These were like tied. But then by the end of market, 324. But then Frosty Tiny Town pulled ahead for a few days. And then I restocked 324, and 324 is now very much in the lead. And I'm assuming is going to stay there because I'm going to keep, like, I'm not stitching either of these currently. I am stitching this, and we'll be talking about it forever. Oh, Annette, thank you for shopping with me. Annette, what color are you using? Spring Quaker is stitched using Blooming Crocus from Classic Colorworks. I had like 10 skeins of it and they sold within like, I don't know, 20 minutes of me listing this chart, and they've been out of stock forever because every shop is trying to get them. But I do now have several skeins en route to me, and they should be in the shop. They should arrive tomorrow. So if you're wanting to stitch it in the called for colors, I've got them in stock now. If they sell out, I'm not sure how long it'll take to get them again. So if you are, I'm like, oh, it is beautiful. And that's a pretty good picture of those. I am trying to think of, I had someone just tell me, oh, she's stitching it in Pixie Dust from Classic Colorworks, which is a really fun pink purple variegated that I think will really, really look great. I'm so excited to see what other colors people choose, or if anyone, like sometimes people will stitch these in a few colors, or like this would be a really fun thing to stitch using one of the little thread palettes from Cottage Garden Threads, or if you're in like a thread of the month club and sometimes they send like coordinating colors. It could just be so much fun to play around with. Okay, what were we talking about? Oh, that 324 was my top seller of market. And I am very happy for all of us to have this chart. Arlene sold out at market. Success all around. Okay, what comments did I miss? Quirky. Yeah, I am really excited to have like a forcing function to organize my threads. I have a lot of other things that are technically more urgent than this, but that doesn't matter. I worked hard for market. I get to play with thread, right? Spring Quaker. Yeah, the market cookbook. I know that I have one within arm's reach. The market cookbook, I did sell out. The market cookbook is actually my top selling item from market, but 324 is my top selling chart from market. The cookbook Ta-da! I did sell out, but they are doing another print run. So I will be placing another order on Sunday. And if you want a cookbook, which you do, because there's some cute stuff in here, order by Sunday if you want to be able to definitely get one from me. Other shops are reordering it too, so it's not going to be in super sparse supply. But once it's gone, it's hard to find. I just sold, I found like a hidden copy of the 2023 cookbook a couple months ago and like put it on my website and immediately sold. And I don't know of anyone who has the older ones. Anyway, so this is your chance to get one. I'll buy some extra, but I don't know how many extra. And it's just like full of really cute patterns. A lot of them don't have a mock-up, but some of them do. Look at this is a little Lindy Stitches pattern, T for 2. You could make that cat orange so easily. You could make that cat cheese. That's Taylor's cat. And then there's the little hiking squirrel. This is from the Blue Flower. He's so dapper in his little jacket and his little hat. I think there's like 42 or 43 patterns in here. And then like 80 or 90 some recipes. Excuse me. I did flip through the recipes. None of them really stood out to me, but I also don't really cook. But it is fun. Like people will, you know, put in a note about where the recipe's from and fun stories and all that good stuff. I want to show you one other pattern. Oh, it's like every time you flip through it, you see something new. This is a really cute little, it's real tiny. It's a real tiny picture, but look how cute that is. So it is full of really fun smalls. My sister stitched like 5 or 6 of the smalls in here last year. Bendy Stitchy made a taco cat. There's like a little Christmas ornament. I want to show you. Oh, Arlene has a little guy in here. I think she has a recipe too. Oh yeah, it's like a pasta salad. I feel like not as many people had, if a designer at Market had a design in the cookbook, I didn't find very many stitched models as we were going around, which I feel like we found more last year, but that's okay. We did find some. There's like this real cute little like, I don't know, quilt square design? Yes, quilted snowflake ornament from Summer House Stitchworks. There's a giant carrot with tiny bunnies. Vegan chocolate cake. I am skeptical. There's a real cute little bunny with some flowers. Look at him. Okay, how distracted are we? Ooh, this one looks really fun. You're not going to be able to really tell from the chart, but it's a little lemon design. Somewhere in here, there's a Teresa Kogut pattern. She posted the model, picture of her model. There's a little primrose design in here. There's just good stuff. Anyway, if you want one, this is your chance to order one. Taco cat. By Sunday. $12. If you stitch a couple things in here, it's paid for itself. You're making money. That was my new line of Market. Oh, look, that's the Teresa Kogut one. Look at that little bird. His little top hat. His big old strawberry. I love it. My friend is texting me. My watch is dying. What is she saying? It's full of secrets. I can't tell you all. Okay, the stitching tool. Yes! let me show you the stitching tool because I just got my shipment from Stitchy Pros today. And why not stay distracted from what we were doing? Okay, so this is available in my shop. It's really cool. It is a little big, and that also makes shipping it complicated and expensive. So in the process of like experimenting with shipping it, I only bought a few of these at Market and discovered that like now that I'm home, I can have the shipping materials that make this really functional, just easier to ship. Being at Market at my sister's house, I couldn't do that. Okay, this is from Stitchy Pros. It's a really cool tool. I have these listed in my shop. I have them, but the packaging for them is not arriving until Monday. So these won't ship out until Monday, but they're listed for pre-order. This is the Cross Stitch Buddy Ultimate, which makes me curious if there's going to be like a Cross Stitch Buddy Mini or a Cross Stitch Buddy something else. This is a question I did not ask Holly and Hunter, but maybe I should have. I don't know if Holly's still here. Oh. Okay. It's this like all-in-one tool. It is a ruler. Can you see? Can you see it? What can I hold behind it that isn't also clear or white? Although it doesn't matter if it's white because it is designed to work on both light and dark fabric because they are brilliant. I'm going to take one out because I need one. Okay, so it is this like 8-in-1 tool. It's really cool. It is a 17-inch ruler, so you have a ruler along this edge. It is a thread winder for 3 different lengths. Oh, there you are. Well, there I am. 3 different lengths of thread, depending on your preferred length. I am of the camp of I kind of just pull it out at arm's length and call it good. But if you like your floss to be of equal lengths, or maybe you're like me and you very quickly knot your thread in the process of, or like tangle it, you could use this. So you like wrap it around and then you make one cut and then you have equal thread lengths. And so there's really beautiful thread winders. Stacy Stitches, I forget the new name of her shop, but her husband makes really beautiful ones. But they're one length. You got all the lengths. Okay, so you have that. You have a needle size guide, so a little key if you're not sure what size needle to use on different fabrics. If you're like me and you don't know what size needle any of your needles are, you just kind of try them out until one feels right. But if you want to know like the recommendation, you got it. You also have a strand count guide. So like, should you be using 1 or 2 strands? And sometimes the answer is either. Then you have finishing formulas. So I always use the cross stitch calculator on the Yarn Tree website. But if you don't want to do that, or it's not available to you, or you just feel like doing some good old algebra, is it algebra? Kind of. Okay. There's a little guide for how to calculate the stitched area of your finished stitching, and then how much you'll need for like how to account for framing and finishing and all of that. So you have a handy little guide for how to calculate it. You also have a corner gauge, and it's got little, right? So you can boop, boop, boop. So 2, 2.5, and 3 inch corner gauge, floss length gauges, stitched size formulas. Okay, that's, yeah. All in one, and it's really cool. And it has a little hole on one side so you could hang it up. It is long because it's a 17-inch ruler, and that's what made shipping it complicated because most of the stuff I ship is 12 inches max for a chart, right? But this is the perfect tool to have at your little stitchy spot. I have to figure out where I'm going to hang mine up. Jam's going to play with it. Probably. We'll figure it out. I don't know. I'm very excited. And it's designed to, see how it's got the black writing, but it's also outlined in white. So you can hold this against any color fabric. Oh, and you'll need that because you also have, if you're not sure what count your fabric is, you have this handy little guide where you put this over your fabric, you count how many stitches are within 1 inch, or you like line it up. I don't know. It doesn't give exact instructions. There's different ways. Maybe. One of those. Probably one's better. I don't remember. Calm down. And then you can like figure out what, I think you would be able to just then line this up with the holes of the fabric, and then you can tell what count it is. I don't know. I've got a little tool, but it's like this tiny scrap of plastic, and I constantly lose it because it's tiny. You can't lose this guy. Anyway, these are available in my shop. They are a little pricey just because like shipping is so expensive for them, unfortunately. But I will be taking some to retreats that I vend at in the future. So if you'll be at Stitch West in October, unless Holly's there and she's vending, I won't sell them over her. October, Stitch West, not April, I'll bring some. And then if you're local to me, there's a retreat coming up in Sacramento, and I'll have some there. That retreat is like 70% needle pointers, and I wonder if any of them are interested in any of these features, because a lot of that would not apply to them. But maybe some of it would. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, but yes, the challenging part of this is it's a big tool. Okay, I am realizing I did not actually eat dinner. I had a 5 o'clock bowl of cereal, and that was it. So I'm gonna need to go eat dinner at some point, but let's do a little more 324 organizing, shall we? Hi, Megan. How's baby boy? Okay. Hello, everyone who's joined us. We're hanging out in the studio. We're talking cross stitch and market, and I'm prepping to start 324. 333. So this is maybe, I don't know. Should we wrap up? Should we keep going? 333 we're missing, unless it's in this box. I hate having to check 5,000 places for thread. I guess I could be checking one place at a time. That might be better than bouncing constantly. It's probably faster. Yeah. Okay. The 30s and the 31 and the 32, I do know that I have some of those, but not here. Okay. So I need 26, 32, 31, and 30. Oh, but I do have those in my shop. Oh, goodness. That is not that heavy, but it made me feel weak. Okay, 30, what did I say? 31, 32? I wish I could hear you all, but I cannot. Uh-oh, I don't have 31 or 32 left. But I don't think I need 30. Okay. Do I need 30? Yes. Yes, I do. I have lots of 30. Okay. So if you've just joined it and you joined us and you missed it, I'm organizing my 324 in 18 Ziploc baggies that are numbered for the 18 rows of colors on our little guide. And then I will be ready to stitch. So 26 goes into 11. See, and like, I'm not going to get to that one for a while, but we've got it. We're ready. I never want to be in the position of wanting to stitch on this project, but not having the color I need next. And I anticipate at some point I'll have to like skip a square and come back to it, but I want to avoid that if possible. Okay, 30. ooh, that's row 14. I don't think I have that baggie yet. Let's make it. Okay, so then I was missing 31 and 32. Vanessa, do you have 31 or 32? Okay, but I had 20, or, oh, I have to make a note of what am I buying from my shop. Where's a good piece of paper to write on? My invoice. Okay. I took out 26 and I took out 30. Great. And we need a Sharpie. Oh. Can you quickly explain? Oh, yes, maybe. I don't know. Arlene's not here. She could explain so much better for us, although she's not on video. Okay, how it's charted as it relates to the grid. So this design is charted all with just one symbol. I wonder what symbol she used. Hold on. She used a little circle. So the whole design is just charted in like one color. But then there is a color map, is what I'm calling it. Yeah. And so this grid, each square represents one motif from the design. And so the number in each box corresponds to the DMC color for that square. And they're not like numbered or any way on here. I'm probably going to go through my chart and add in like number the rows of each motif just so I can like make sure I stay in order. It's also interesting. I didn't realize this, but some of the, so it has 5 by 5 squares and 11 by 11 squares. And some of those 11 by 11 squares touch. So they're right up next to each other, which I guess makes sense, but I just didn't think about. So I'm probably going to number on my chart as well. So you have 18 rows, 18 columns represented over here. One DMC color for each square. And then she has the numbers are, there are like slightly grayed boxes on this chart and then white. And so the gray boxes are the 5 by 5 squares. And then the white boxes are the larger motifs. So my plan is maybe make a photocopy of this page just in case something happens to it. My plan is going to be, I think because I will have the most success if I do this by hand and not try to do it on a spreadsheet that would maybe be a little easier to like read and update and everything. I want to try to record the date that I stitch each square because I'm very curious to see how this goes. Because I'm trying to stitch at least one square a day. But sometimes I'll stitch more. And I kind of want to be able to see, maybe someday I stitch like 20 squares because it's fun. And some days I might skip a day and that's okay. I'm going to try not to, but that's okay. Anyway, so I plan to like, you know, kind of make notes and also color these in as I go. There is also, if you don't want to stitch the 324 colors, Arlene did make the 36 color version, which is still beautiful. I've heard of a couple of people who are doing this one and I'm excited. So there's another one, there's another color key that has it separated then with the 9, like each color is used for 9 total squares. So there's each like 3 by 3 block is a different color. And it's the same where the gray and the white represent the 2 different types of squares. Does that make sense? She explains it on the top of the chart. It's not just me explaining it. I also have spent a lot of time talking about this design because I'm very excited about it. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. I wonder if I will find a favorite motif while we stitch. I don't know. Yeah, I'm excited. So I'm going to start mine on Sunday, which is the 24th, 3/24. Technically, if you start it at any point in March, you're still doing a 3/24 start because it's March 2024. So no pressure. You can join us, and you can join us after 3/24. I just had a thought and I lost it. Hold on. I'm starting it on Sunday. You can start it anytime. Oh, I know that Arlene will be releasing the chart as a PDF at some point in April. So if you are a Pattern Keeper stitcher, which this chart would probably be particularly helpful in Pattern Keeper, or just like a PDF stitcher in general, that will be available within a few weeks or like a month at the most, or I guess technically like 6 weeks at the most. So you can still join us. It's not exclusive for a super long time. But if you haven't picked it up yet, it's available in my shop. Unfortunately, I have to restock it, and I don't think my restock will arrive. Well, today's Thursday. I might get my charts on Saturday early enough that I can get them shipped out on Saturday. I don't know. I might get them tomorrow, but I think Arlene, I can't remember if they shipped today or yesterday. If I get them tomorrow, I will drop everything to get those into the mail Saturday morning. You still won't have it by the 24th though, unfortunately. Sorry for that. It was too popular. Okay, did I write down that I still need 31 and 32? No. It is a lot of DMC. Did you know? 324 colors? 320, yeah. Why did that suddenly sound like the wrong number? It's a lot of colors. Okay, 157. Okay, I'm gonna go eat the rest of my dinner soon. But if anyone, wow, I looked really tired there. If anyone has any burning questions that I can answer before we go, let me know. If you're stitching 324, what color fabric are you using? Because I am using this really nice light gray. Hi, Mel. Okay, 793. Oh! It's the best feeling when you have the color. Okay, so 793, what row was I on? Goes in baggie number 10. Oh, which I haven't started yet. I'm probably going to regret putting so much of my DMC out. Like, I can do a couple months of stitching without doing any more of this prep work. But that's okay, because it's really fun. Okay, 793, 3807. Do we have that one? 3807. Nope. So we're going to write it down to look for later. 3807, 158. See, we're like back and forth. It's helpful to go in the rows because you do kind of stay amongst some of the same numbers. Are you 158? But see, we're in the blues. How did that happen? Okay, 158 is in row 8. I forget who commented, and I'm not going to scroll up right now to see it, but someone said they like my new setup. Thank you so much. I do too. I love it. I'm not going to show you the other half of the room is a disaster because this is the perfect storage. The other half of the room has all the like makeshift stuff I've had for the last many years that is still, I was still trying to figure out what I needed. I'm ordering 2 more of these cabinets because they're spectacular, and everything is kept away from the cat because I am a very cat-friendly studio, but I'm very conscientious that some stitchers, like Arlene, the fabulous designer of 324, are allergic to cats and don't want them all over their cross stitch. And so now stuff can be safely kept away from him. Plus they're just nice and not looking at cluttered boxes everywhere all the time. Anyway, the other half of the room is a mess. I'm getting 2 more of these to go on this other wall. Actually, it's going to be 2 and 2 and then 1 in the closet because my closet does not have doors. So it's a giant stack of 1,000 boxes right now. And soon it will be a nice cabinet and then a shelf on wheels because the crawl space access is in that closet. So I can't put a super heavy cabinet. Anyway, but like, think how good it's going to look when I don't have that shop inventory in those bins, but when it's just a row of floss storage with my DMC chest and then this little DMC thing, it's going to be so good. Okay, let's keep going to do a couple more colors. You know when you have 1 digit off from a number? It's the worst feeling. 3840. Do we need 3841? Where am I even looking? No, but we need 3839 and 3838, which I have. Oh, this is wonderful. Oops. Okay. We're working on lots of blues as well. What are you? 3841. I have determined we don't need you. So please go away. 3841. Okay. 3840 is in row 6. It does kind of bother me when it's all reds and then it gets one other color though. I'm not gonna lie. It'll get more colors. It'll be fine. 3839 is row 5. Where's baggie 5? I could lay out these baggies in numerical order, but why do that when they can all be in a pile and get super lost? What in the world? Where's number 5? Found it. Oh! It's so exciting! And then 3838 is in row 4. Which is right here. Row 4 is looking real good. I guess it's one thing to know this is 324 colors. It's another thing to start pulling the colors and realize like just how much floss that is. It's a lot of floss. The great thing though is that you don't need a ton of any color. I'm curious to see how much you actually need. Because I do think at some point, instead of having all these baggies, I will just make a little floss card, grab a hole punch, set up like when traveling, just set up like here's the next 15 colors if you want them, and just put a length of thread and just make sure they're clearly labeled, and then you can just boop, 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 boop. It's not bad. Okay, 800. Where were you? 800 is in row 3. Row 3 is also looking nice and full. Oh, see, it's a beautiful bag of reds. Yeah. Each of so the design has a big square that's 11 by 11, but you can see not all of them some of them are more solid than others. And then the little squares are just 5 by 5, so it's just 25 colors. The bigger squares are gonna range. Like some of those are probably like 100 stitches because they are, or close to it. Because they are some of them are really densely stitched. I wanna look at the chart without, so it depends on what square your stitching a little bit. Hold on. Like this one, 11 by 11, 121, right? Okay, minus 12, like 110. So this, it'd be like, a lot of these are like 90 stitches, up to 90. But then some of them are real skinny boys. Like this one probably also only has like 25 stitches. Anyway. I'm so excited. Have I said that enough? I don't think I have. Okay. We are... Oh, we finished that whole diagonal. Okay. Great. Let's try that one. 820. Yes, I have 820. It's also bag 3 or row 3. Guess I could just make up, I could do that sooner than later, make up 18 little color cards. It's just like 9 holes on each side. Could probably just, that could go on an index card. This is something to think about, but not right now. We're not thinking about it right now. 827? No, I have 828. Are you 827? No. You look like you could be. Okay, 813, 826. No and no. Let's write that down. 827, 813, 826, 825. I don't have any of those. What did I say? 813? Okay. 813, 824. Nope. 824. 824, 996. Oh, we're going up here. 9. I have 996. 996 is in row 9. Oh, that's my first one for row 9. And then 995, which is like, why did I ever buy this color? That's what I keep thinking about some of these. That's something I'm excited for with this project, is some of the like really bright colors that I maybe never have stitched with, or maybe never will you stitch with them again? I don't know. But I'm really excited to get to like use so many colors and maybe find a new favorite color. You never know. You just never know. 995 is in row 10. Where is row 10? I think I'm going to try, not right now, but I'm going to kit up as much as I can easily of the top half triangle. And I'm not going to go further than that because I'm not going to get to that for a while. What did I just do with a loose bobbin? There we go. It's so fun to organize, but also it's so exhausting. 3846. I love it and I hate it. 384. I've got everybody else in that family, but not 3846. 3845. Did I have you? No, I think. Oh, yes, I do. See, and like super bright, pretty. But why would I ever? When would I use this? 3845. I will use it in row 12, column 4 of this design. 3844. I think I'm also missing. 3844. 159 and 160. Ooh, I can see 159. I don't see 160. 159 is in 14. 160 goes on my list. Along with 161. 3841 I have, because I just saw you. 3841 is in 15. Isn't this nice? Where's my Sharpie? How do I lose every pen and Sharpie instantly? 15. 3325. 33. I have that one. It's just the best feeling. 3325. I need to order some more of these DMC stickers, because it bums me out to have so many with stickers. Ta-da! You know what a sticker is. But then so many that have to be handwritten, and it's such a tiny space. And on the plastic, good luck. Okay, what did I just do? 3325. Did I mark you off? Yes. 334. Yes. Truly, it is the best feeling to find the color you need. 334 is in row 13. Okay, 13, 322. Nope, 320. 322. 312. No. 312. 803. Oh, so close. Oh my goodness, it's 8:15. That's why I'm so hungry. 336. But now I want to finish this diagonal. 336. 8. No, we just did 823. Wrong direction. Where are we going? 3753. Oh, 3753. 3753 is in row 7. Where's the bag for 7? There you are. Nice. And you said you started your second skein, so you're like at least a third. No, maybe not at least a third. At least a quarter. No, at least a third. I don't know. You're a good ways into it. Good job. At least a third would be if you need 3 full skeins, but you probably don't need 3 full skeins. I'm sure you're doing great. 3752. That is a great goal. Also, could you start 324 even if you haven't finished? Yeah, halfway. That sounds right. Or are you like a one at a time person? Stitcher. 3752 is row 6. Row 6. Oh, this is the best. 932. It is so satisfying to have a color. I have 2 932s. 932 is row 5. Okay. Good. I hope that you get to celebrate your finish of Spring Quaker with a new start of 324. You know, I wonder, does Spring Quaker have a GMC suggestion? Because I was thinking, I've seen some really pretty purples. No, they don't list one. But 155 is really pretty. It's maybe a little dark. And all the, oh, this one, 554. That would be good. Or 153. Anyway, that's not relevant. You already have your blooming crocus. 931. 931, 931. See See, that's such a boring color. I'm sorry if you like this color, but I think it's boring. It's kind of gray, at least in this lighting. But maybe I'll stitch it and I'll change my mind. Where is bag 4? How did I lose it? 11, 6, 10, 5, 2, 3, 1, 14, 9. Okay. There's plenty of people in bag 4, so... Oh, I threw it across the room. Thank you! I am doing great at kitting up. I just have to actually also do great at stitching it. I'm not too worried about that. 9:31. Oh, 9:30. We're just keep going. Okay, if you're kitting this up, it is helpful to kit up along the diagonal because you do find similar colors as you go. Or to do what was suggested and put them into a spreadsheet, and then you can just quickly see and search where they go. It's a lot of floss to organize. Oh, while we're here, if any of you are stitching 324, the original printing of this chart did have one error in the color key. So you can see it right there. If you're going from the right-hand side, third from the right, it says 518, and then underneath it, it says 518 again, and it's supposed to be 3760. I've posted about it. Arlene has posted about it. If you've purchased a more recent copy, I think if you've purchased... If you've purchased from me in the last couple days and you've purchased a pre-order chart that's not shipping yet, those will be fixed. I can't remember if the charts, the shipment before that have all been sent out. I can't remember if those have been fixed. I should have checked and included a note. Normally I would do that. I was too excited. 3761. Also, I would hope and assume it'd be probably pretty easy to notice the mistake. 3761, 3760. I actually don't have the color in question. 3761, 3760, and 519. And now we are gonna go find something else to eat for second dinner. We do not have 519. Have I already put 519? I also think I am probably writing some of these numbers down twice of numbers I'm missing. I'm missing so many. Oh, good. You're welcome. I'm glad. I'm glad that helps. Okay. I'm going to stop here. We are going to make a note, mental note, to photograph my color key, because it is gonna get photographed, photocopy. I'll go eat, Annette, I promise. I have eaten, just not enough. Cross stitch is too much fun. Okay, let's gather up our baggies. This is wonderful. It's so satisfying. Okay. I have enough of the colors, with the exception of color 2 and 3, that I will need. I have a lot of the first colors, so a lot more kitting can wait till later. I would be very nervous to skip colors though. At least to skip more than like to skip along the diagonal, fine, but then to skip, I wouldn't want to make a counting error in a chart like this. Okay. With that, I shall leave you to your stitching and your sleeping. If you're on the East Coast, good night. Sleep well, sweet dreams. If you're on the West Coast, same, but it's a little early still. Okay. We are gonna just leave everything in boxes in the middle of the floor. Yeah, we are. Oh yeah, I forgot I also grabbed this so that I could scan more easily when I go searching for everybody. Okay, I'm gonna go find the rest of my dinner and then maybe like just get ready for bed because I am very tired. It has been a lot of work to catch up from market. I got home a week ago. Wow, a week ago. I got home last Thursday. And I have now unpacked everything except for Teresa Kogut. She's just sitting in a box, which is fine. And then I haven't put all of the like threads and fabric. I haven't integrated all of that inventory yet, but part of that is because it's still kind of in flux up here. So I've got a reason. Why are there scissors in here? Huh. Oh, I'm not very familiar because it's a baggie that says not in inventory. That makes more sense. Okay. I'm gonna go give my ADHD brain some dinner. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you've had fun. Hope you've stitched good. Hope you're excited to start 324. If you haven't bought it yet, it's in my shop. You won't get it in time for Sunday. Oh, but you'll get it. And it'll be great. And this goes on my desk. And we're gonna go eat some dinner. I'll talk to you all later. I'm planning to film a floss tube this weekend because I would love to talk about 324 and just market in general. I will probably record it tomorrow, Friday, maybe Saturday. I don't know. And there's a chance it just doesn't happen until next week. Yeah. Okay. That's all. Goodbye.